How you going, people? Today I just want to start with something that somebody sent me. His name was Felix. Full-time uni student on Oz study, getting screwed real hard, and his payment penalties are off the planet. So I'll just run this one for you for a little bit. Penalty for late payment of child support debts, right? Goes on respect of the payment period and remains of what time. Person is liable to pay a debt when liable to pay to the registrar in a way of a penalty. Which of the following amounts applies? Alright. Number A. If the payment period is a week, the amount calculated on the balance outstanding each and at a weekly rate of 152 of your annual rate. The annual rate is your yearly rate that the child support agency wants out of you. So like for mine, right, my annual rate was $1,387. So we'll just knock that down to a monthly rate, right? So the monthly rate, they've got that right, $115.58. Right. The way I've done it is done it by a month, right? If the payment period is a month, or at the calendar month, the amount calculated on the balance outstanding each month or the calendar month at a monthly rate equal to 1/12 of the relevant annual rate. That's my annual rate, right? So 1/12 of my annual rate is $9.63. The child support agency should have only been penalising me $9.63. Where they get, I'll just pull up a few pieces of paper here. I'm going to tell you these straight off the bat. These are mine. Change to child support, $140.33. Penalty for incorrect income estimate for the year 97-98. $168.40 as a penalty. Like, come on, where does that get out? Right? Saying I owe them $1,700. This is 1998. I shouldn't even have a bloody child support debt. Should have been gone. On the 22nd of the 6th, 97. So this is 98. And they're still calculating shit for me. And then they've got 1AA. Right? 1AA says different. Says they can calculate it. Child support in respect of the day of national period after the time when it becomes due and payable. The person is liable to pay the debt is liable to pay to the registrar by way of penalty an amount calculated on the balance outstanding each month at a monthly rate equal to 1/12 of the annual rate. Well, that's 1/12 of the annual rate, right? You can't charge people $33 late payment penalties when the annual rate's not that. Everyone's getting screwed here. So they're just doing us over, fellas, eh? And ladies, I don't know. I'm not homophobic, I'm not anything else. Alright, just got another little letter here. This was dated 12th of January 2009, just when I moved to Queensland. Okay, I was a representative for a JM, her name's Jodie, and a CW, her name's Carmel. They know this. Right, so having 3 people's cases, including my own, to try and work out, we've got this dilemma. Got a letter from that person that I'm not allowed to name. But I can say that she was State Manager, Child Support Agency, Queensland, for a long time. Got this letter saying to me that, hey, getting out of hand. Right. Other concerning examples of my behaviour include making at least 75 calls to the CSA in the past year. Why the fuck didn't she talk to me? These idiots, these telephone operators, the supervisors, they work under a code. I've got this on my computer, code of operation, right? So these people don't know the legislation at all. They've never read it. So, here we go here. Swearing, shouting and talking over CSA staff. I'm not swearing, I'm not shouting at them, I'm calling them idiots like, this is the legislation, listen, don't you hear me? This is the legislation, this is what you have to run under. But no, they just hang up on you. That's because they're incompetent. They don't know the legislation. So, where does the incompetency come from? It comes from management. Bad management, bad behaviours equals total stuff up. Bullying people, telling people what to do, we'll get to that. So, not allowing staff the opportunity to perform their function and address the issues you arise. They don't know the bloody legislation. I'm a smart person. I'm smarter than them bloody telephone operators that you get at, what, year 10 experience? Maybe year 11, they haven't even got year 12. I've got year 9, I know more. Repeatedly arising issues that have previously been responded to, and you have been advised that there is nothing further CSA can do in this regard. Mate, dispute resolution. Don't they know how to resolve a dispute? This dispute's been going on for God knows how long, and I've got all the proof. Told you what time, when my case should have finished. Here it is here, 22nd of September, 1997. So, we'll just go on to this next letter. Oh, that's not that one, but I will find it. There it is. There it is here. Same person. This one's dated 10th of June 2009. And right at the end of it, right at the end of this letter, I also note that you have called Minister Ludwig's electoral office regarding your case on the 5th of June 2009, and you spoke to Mr. Darren Simpson. The Minister's office has now been briefed on your case and your approach to managing your concerns. They are aware that we have issued you with the response letter and that the concerns you raised with Mr. Simpson will not be responded to individually as they have been fully addressed in the past. Now, how has it been fully addressed? I still got the dispute. A dispute's not resolved until all parties agree to it. Don't know which bit of that you don't understand. But then again, anything you do are not logical, right? As far as I'm concerned. I've got a lot more of these letters too. So, this one was issued 1998. This one was issued 1999. Still shouldn't have had none of this. And my late payment penalty is $20.09. Like, where are you getting your figures from? I don't know where you're getting them from. 1999. $18.56 late payment penalty. I haven't changed how much money I paid, so why you keep changing all your bloody shit? I think you got confused with all the legislation and your operational guide and stuff like that. So, child support may get fucking that, yeah, right. Here we go, 40 of their legislation, right? And I'll read it word for word for you. Entry wrongly existing in the child support register, so that means if they don't want it in there, right? Where the registrar is satisfied that an entry wrongly exists in the child support register, the registrar shall delete the entry from the child support register. Mate, that's just telling me you're dishonest pricks and you hide evidence. But once you've sent it out to the person and they've kept it, like every other piece of paper, mate, you can't get rid of that. So I just want to go back to, like here, number 118, juridical notice of a signature. All courts and tribunals, and all judges, and persons acting juridical or authorised by law or consent of parties to hear, receive and examine evidence shall take judicial notice of the signature of the person who holds or has held the office of the registrar. That means everything they do, they have to sign, including garnishee orders. Electronic signatures don't work. Oh. False and misleading statements. I've had a lot of them in some books and legal statements, court statements, statements people have made that work for the child support agency. So this one probably really affects you, right? So, number one, a person who makes a statement to an officer that is false or misleading in a material, practical way, or admits from a statement made to an officer any matter or thing without which the statement is misleading in a material particular, commits an offence punishable by on conviction by a fine not exceeding 20 penalty points. I know how much a penalty point is, and it's a fair bit of money. So they really got to pull their heads in a bit, what I can say. And under number 2, in prosecution of a person for an offence against subsection 1, it is a defence if the person proves that the person did not know and could not reasonably be expected to have known. Well, everything in the child support register and that, they know. So don't lie. Lie gets you nowhere. And I hate liars. And the only thing I've found with recovery of a debt, right, word for word, 113, recovery of debts, etc. So this is the only way they can do it. I don't know how to say that. Debts due by the payer may be recovered by the registrar or the payee, right? A debt due to the Commonwealth under this Act in relation to a registered maintenance liability is payable to the registrar in the manner and at the place prescribed and may be sued for recovery by the registrar suing in his or her official name, or the payee of the liability suing in accordance with subsection 113A, and may be recovered in, has to be recovered in, a court having jurisdiction for the recovery of debts up to the amount of the debt, or a court having jurisdiction under this Act. Now, logic has it, that's the only way they can collect it, because the third party is them, and the banking side of it I've got on my computer here too. So they've been doing lots and lots of research. So, you see how much false and misleading material they give you anyway. So I just want to go on to something else here. Right, I think I brought this up a little bit the other day. It comes under, well, it doesn't matter because it's a privacy issue, right? Now, the Child Support Agency, Child Support helping parents manage their responsibilities. It says it up there in the letter, right? This is dated the 9th of July 1999. And this is, I'll just put everything, it just says, Dear Nicole Lee. No last name, no nothing. Thank you for your application asking us to calculate your child support. Miss Nicole never registered a case with you. Somebody else did because they knew I was having trouble with the Child Support Agency, and they were hoping that I'd crack the shits with Nicole and then they'd be able to walk away with my daughter. Well, as soon as Nicole got this letter, she handed it to me. Took us ages to try and get that worked out, and it still never got worked out. They've still got it on the registrar. So that's false information. Why didn't they delete it off the registrar? Right? This is from my daughter Sophie. Right? So that's 1999. They said they registered it. I have one here 18th of March 2006. Dear Leon, we have calculated the amount of child support required to pay Nicole Lee. Like, what the fuck? Shouldn't be there. Yours sincerely, Michelle Bentley, Acting Regional Registrar Child Support. Now, is anybody going to take responsibility for anybody's actions in this case? Or in other cases? Because the more I learn, like, people are just getting walked over by their telephone operators and management don't want to talk. Isn't it up to management to try and sort these issues out? Not idiots. Oh no, they're educated idiots. Forgot about that. The only thing you don't teach you in school is fucking common sense. You got no common sense, Child Support Agency. Not the Department of Human Services, just a Child Support Agency. So, I don't know, I've still got lots more to go on. But it's Easter Sunday, I'm having a beer. I don't eat chocolate. So, I'll just give you something more to think about. And Monday morning, when Monday morning comes, I'm going to send off some emails. I just left a little message on Westpac Bank's Facebook page because it keeps popping up on my Facebook all the time and I don't know why, because I hate them. I'll just keep with it. Current affair, I'll get an email Monday night. Local member for Hinkler, Keith Pitt, he's going to get one. Everybody that's been mentioned in my video, Legal Aid ACT, and probably the Commonwealth Department of Public Prosecutions, because I think these videos are going to blow their case to the fucking shit house. Let's see what they're like when they've got charges against them relating like I have. I give you yesterday on what's hanging over my head, and I am waiting trial in the district court in Bundaberg over these matters. That's the only way I can get my story out, because I won't get to put all this out in court, I can tell you. Legal Aid, ACT, fucking didn't even want me to talk in court. They threatened to walk out on me. Like, mate, that's professional negligence. You're a fucking idiot. You should know that. You're a fucking solicitor. Or were you a law school dropout? Just a law school dropout. His name was Tom. He lives in the ACT. I still got a sense of humour. See you later, peoples. Talk to you tomorrow.